I put on for this, yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it, yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, now we them niggas. And now we rich now, we got money, I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up from nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga.
Yo, it's the Rize podcast with Coach Calvin. And who we got today, Coach Calvin?
Man, I got an old-time favorite, man, that he was the cause of it all. That's how I can say that. Mr. Who?
Leon. Fitzgerald.
There you go. The man, the myth, he's the one behind the scenes that always gave me advice all the time when we first started this thing. Mr. Leon, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Cal.
Man, it's a long time seeing you, man. It's when I see you, man, I sit back and reflect like, dang. I remember Mr. Leon said, boy, the kids love you, man. I need you on my team. And that's how this thing started, man. Mr. Leon, what you think? How were we at, man? What you think?
You were almost at the top of the level.
Yeah.
You know, in the fight game.
We in the fight game. We definitely in the fight game, eh?
Yes, indeed.
We definitely there. We definitely there, man. Mr. Leon, would you ever believe in 100 years we make it this far?
Yes.
Yeah.
With people like you, yes.
God dang, that's amazing.
And that's why I chose you
Yeah, you did.
to take the lead.
You did. Everybody don't know
You
that.
definitely took the lead.
Everybody don't know that.
Look where you at.
Yeah, Mr. Leon used to watch me come in every day. We was at what, Hearn Run?
Hearn Run Junior High School.
Tell them how the program actually really started.
Well, we started at Hearn Run Junior High School. It's a city program under the mayor of Martin O'Malley.
Mondo, man, he had that saying, believe.
Yes. And it started in 2001. So from 2001 to 2024, it's still going strong. Mr. Calvin Ford, he's the head coach. He's the head of everything right now. He's doing a good job. My time had ended in 1921, and Calvin took over since. Yes. That's the program.
I'm the program, man. I mean, listen, Leon used to watch me come in the gym and really spend time with the kids, man. We had a handful. You know who I seen?
Who was that?
Melody.
Oh, man.
Man, Melody looked marvelous, man.
One of my favorite female fighters.
Yo, man, I can't wait to get her on the show. Melody, she was one of the kids that she was big. She didn't like the way her appearance was. And man, I said, girl, you come in this gym every day and work out and train, you will look like a superstar. And guess what? She's a superstar.
Yes.
You know, she was doing, she was a news person up in New York.
Right.
Then she's running a non-profit, running. And she's doing real good. She looked marvelous, man.
Right.
You know, she was one of the first ones.
Right.
One of the first females that we was actually training at her run.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
She told me the story about when she felt bad. She lost her first fight. I said, look at you. You ain't lose your first fight. Look where you at in life now. That was a fight.
Yes.
Learn how to fight life, you know?
Yes.
And man, she looked marvelous, man. You know? So, hey, give me a couple stories, Mr. Leon, that you remember. That stuck with you.
One of the ones that stuck with me the most was my old truck. 1994 Ford F-150.
Now, I remember that truck, man. Gray and black.
The kids wore it out. Because I had to take them and bring them.
Yeah.
Take them and bring them.
Yeah, I remember that.
But one kid I remember most of all was Tank.
Yeah.
Tank, he was just a little teeny thing.
Tank gave you hell to hear. Tank gave you hell. Well, we don't say Tank no more. We say him. We call him him. We call him him.
Yeah.
He gave you hell to hear. Him and Lil Mike.
Yes, they did. And I treated them like they was my own
You
kids.
damn sure did. One day I caught you outside, scuffing on the floor, trying to break you up. What you thought I was doing? He said, man, boy. He was like, man, I gotta get to him. They would always start fighting. Me and Mac, we wouldn't even break no fights out. When they know where Mac was around, you won't have to fight until you say you quit. But if you don't say you quit, y'all would stay out there all day and fight. So what made you think about that story?
Well, because of his success and where he came from,
Okay.
you never know who's going to make it and who's not going to make it.
That's true. I said it all the time.
And with all the hard times that Tank gave me, and all the hard times that I took him home, set up in front of his grandma's house, waiting on grandma to come home, 10, 11 o'clock at night, yes, it paid off.
Man, that break tears.
So he came to my mind. Yes.
I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah,
And there's some more great stories about Tank.
that's a lot of them.
I'll be here all day and all night if I had to say
That's
it.
a lot of them, man. That
So I'll
dude,
leave it right there.
that dude, did give us the wham bam wham. He taught us how to be tough. He definitely did. He taught us how to be tough.
Yes.
So what's going on now, Mr. Leon? You retired yet? You chilling? What's going
Well,
on?
I'm just taking it easy. More or less more like a body homer right now.
Okay.
And I enjoy that. Sometimes when you want to go as much as I was, you don't see the home.
Yeah.
And then you don't see your family.
That is true.
So there's a lot of neglect there.
Yeah.
And so once I kicked back and went into the retirement, I saw some of the things that I should have been doing at home that I wasn't doing.
Right.
So that's pretty much where the retirement is now. It's home.
It's home.
It's basically home.
I don't know who pulled it off worse, Mr. Leon or the Baltimore coach. Because both of y'all left us in the middle of the night and ain't tell nobody nothing. Just rolled out.
Didn't tell him.
Just rolled out.
Didn't tell him. But he used to always say to me, Cal, you got it. You'll be all right, Cal. Man, what was the main thing? It was one saying he used to give me all the time when he see me going through my ups and downs. What you used to say to me?
Just stay in there. Everything will be all right.
That was one of them. But my favorite one was, you ain't got nothing good to say about it.
Let me say that. One of the favorite things I told Cal was there's a lot of static. There's a lot of static, and no matter what you do, what kind of sport you do. And I told Cal what I learned from my peers back in the day that brought me on, and I'm going back at least maybe 60 years or better.
Real talk.
You ain't got something good to say about somebody, don't say nothing at all.
That's the total.
Hey, he using that real well. He using that real well right now.
And if you follow that motto, you'll understand it just as well.
Yeah.
You'll know what it really means. It means something good to you.
Oh, Cal, remember one thing, you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. That's how I used to do. Now I go right back in that gym, go to work,
There you go.
Man, hey, Mr. Leon, Coach Lester.
Coach Lester, he was one of the old fighters. Matter of fact, he was one of the older guys that was around us at that time.
Yeah.
He was the elder.
Yeah, he was the elder.
Coach Lester right now, he's in retirement just as well. He's doing fine. I talk to him every now and then.
How you doing?
He's doing good.
Okay.
He's doing good. The only thing he don't do no more, and he worried me to death about it, but he's not in this town anymore.
Right.
He moved out of this town. Come and get me. We going to the fights together because he got to that point that he didn't want to drive at night.
Yeah.
So I had to do that. So yes, Coach Lester's doing fine.
Yeah, Mr. Lester used to always tell the kids this story when he used to fight. They said, Mr. Lester, what was your name? He called me Camelback. And he was like, Lester, why you call your camera back? And I was always on my back. He said, one day I was in a fight. I was fighting. He said, I was throwing my thing. He said, I was getting on. And I got hit. Bow! He said, I was on my back. And I looked up and I seen the rest house. 1, 2. He looking at it like, why is he talking in slow motion? Oh man, the kids used to laugh at that, man, because it was a I think it was Fight Night game out, right? And that the thing you had to get, you had to get the thing back, and you could hear the count saying 1, 2, and there was some remembering moments, man. There was some remembering moments, man. So, what you think? What's going on with what's name? What you think? From the outside looking in, what you think?
I think y'all doing a great job.
Thank you, thank you.
You know, and you continue to keep doing a great job.
We ain't finished.
Even when your time comes.
Yeah.
Whoever's behind you, you teach them the same thing that you doing.
I'm definitely doing that,
Give
man.
it to them. And then when it's your time, and you sitting back and relax, retire, you can look and see yourself all over again in them.
Yeah, I do. Hunt.
That's what you can do.
Hunt and Steve, man. Hunt and Steve, man, them two one of a kind. We took a picture on our street the other day, right? And we me and Kate was trying to figure out, you know, how both of them, man, he said, damn, both of them act just like you and whatnot, you know? So, in the process of that, man, I just sit back and think, right? But you said something, man. You're right. When we doing this boxing, I mean, that's for all the coaches that really put that work in with the kids, man. We do neglect home, man.
Yeah.
We definitely, when I sit back and think about the times, my son growing up, daughter growing up, you know, my son sometimes he don't say nothing to me because he missed the time. Oh man, and I laugh at my daughters when they see Tank, especially Sade. Sade lean on Tank all the time. You stole my dad. You understand? You look at it and start laughing. But when they see each other, man, you can tell the family them two had. Because he respect Sade and Sade respect them. You know, he know all my girls and whatnot. He come and give them a hug. You know, so it was definitely like he's one of the family members. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they showed him like, you know, that's his son. You know what I'm saying? They've been around. I look at some old pictures when Tiff and the twins was going to watch Willie go fight Roy Jones. You know what I'm saying? And they was traveling in the storm. And I said, I probably Tank probably don't even remember that because he was asleep. You know, but there's a lot of stories out there. There's a lot of stories out there.
Yes, it is.
And people that never see it, when I used to sit there and say to them, keep your eyes on this kid right here. Keep your eyes on this kid.
Sometimes you never know how much sacrifice you go through with these kids. I mean, outside looking in, they don't know.
No, they don't. They don't.
Once the success starts taking place, then they can see.
Yeah. They see the work we put in.
It had to be some time there to make that development happen. And a lot of time, like you say, that development takes you away from your other obligation, your home life.
Yeah, that's true.
It did it to me.
Did it to me. No one
Did it to me.
I can't have a decent relationship with this boxing.
Over almost 60 years.
Yeah.
60 years for me.
Damn.
It did it to me for 60 years. On the road, off the road, out of town, in town.
Tell me something
That's
about
like
your background. Tell me something about your background. See, everybody don't know. Leon moved some of the old fighters his back in the days. He was the man behind the scene.
Well, for one, Larry Middleton. Larry Middleton, it was actually two. Larry Middleton and Albert Anderson. I can name some more behind that.
All more fighters.
Just go with
Give us a little bit of history on it.
Larry Middleton, he was the heavyweight champ of Baltimore City. When I say the heavyweight champ, he wasn't the heavyweight champ of the world, but he was the heavyweight champ of Baltimore City.
Too many people don't know that.
He got as far as number 5 in the ratings. He almost had a chance. He came that close of fight Ali when he was on his move.
Man, you
Going
see
through
me.
his
That
team.
was way back then.
You know,
Yo.
Ali wasn't a champ, but he was on his way.
Right.
And Larry was trying to get there. That fight never materialized.
Oh, man.
But Larry Middleton is the one that pretty much got me started. I followed him. I helped him. He helped me. Then when his time came around to retire, I kept it going.
Right.
Just like you keeping it going for me.
Yeah.
I kept it going. And as I kept it going, this is where it's at right now with Calvin's.
I never knew that. I never knew that.
There's a lot of great stories, you know, about a lot of those good guys that came along. There's more stories about Larry, but I mean, we'll be here all day and all night if I had to talk about it. But that was one of the most inspirational things that I can really say, that he almost had that chance of being the heavyweight champ of the world. He could fight.
Yeah,
But his style, while them two guys never hooked up, Ali and Larry, because they had the same style. They was moving fighters, stick and move. Fast on their feet, fast with their hands. Could hit you 10,000 times, might not knock you out because they didn't have that knockout punch. But could hit you 10,000 times to your one time. So the bottom line is, because of that situation, they said, no, we ain't gonna do this.
Right.
So that's why they never hooked up. That's part of the story about Larry Middleton.
Man, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just grinding this thing, trying to figure it out. We got a lot of irons in the fire just waiting, just to take and brand somebody with,
And I just want to say this myself. My background as far as fighting, I only had a few. I had more probably losses than I had wins. But because of that, the fight game was my forte to get into, and that's what I did.
Okay.
Yeah. And the rest, pretty much history.
Oh, man. Give me one story that you remember about when you first met me.
Okay. When I met Calvin, he kept coming to the gym over there at Hearn Run where he started. I didn't know him, he didn't know me. And he would always stand in the back and he would look at what we was doing with the kids. I had some other people that was helping, that was coaches. And he would just stand back and look. So one day, he approached me and he said, come on, work with the kid. And from that moment, we got to talking. And I laid it down to him. I let him know how the program is and what you have to do and what it's all about. And he said, okay. So the next time he came in, I gave him a little test. I let him work with the kids. And he worked with them. And I looked at him, I was standing back watching, just watching. I said, this guy got a lot of energy. I said, wow. I said, this is what I need. Other coaches, they had that energy, but they didn't have that energy that Calvin. Calvin had some unbelievable energy. And I said to myself,